All right, now that you've finished a race response or any type of written response, it's good to go back and check your work. To help you, there's that acronym called C.U.P.S, and I'm going to go through that now. C is for capitalize. We start learning these way down in kindergarten. Anything when you are being specific needs to be capitalized. For example, if I said, I went to McDonald's, the M would have to be capitalized. If I just said, I went to a restaurant, the R would not need to be capitalized because it wasn't specific. So any names of places, I, when it's alone, like my lone little french fry, needs to be capitalized. The starting of a sentence needs to be capitalized always. Please follow these rules. Thank you. U is usage or understanding. So now you'll go back and say, do my sentences make sense? If they don't, then go ahead and change them now. Often it helps to whisper read your writing so you catch those mistakes, because sometimes when you read it in your head, you read it how you think it should be, and it might not look that way on paper or on the computer. So go back and just think, does this make sense? Another part I wanted to add about the U was to make sure that you're using your nouns and your verbs correctly. So if I'm talking about Hermione, I'm making sure I'm using the word she because she's a girl. Or if I'm talking about something that she did do, then I'm using those correct words too, not like she runned to the store, like she ran to the store. So watch for things like that just to make sure that your grammar is correct, is really what the U is for.
The next letter is P for punctuation. Oftentimes we get so excited when we're writing that we just end up with these huge, big, long run-on sentences now. So slow down and see where punctuation can be added. It's really hard for a reader to sit and read through a sentence that's really long. So slow down and see where it can be broken up into pieces. Use periods. Use exclamation marks when something's exciting or a character is being really loud and you want to emphasize that. If a question is being asked, make sure you've added that question mark in there. Otherwise, it does get really confusing to the reader. If you're talking with different characters, make sure you're using quotation marks and following those rules too. So punctuation is your friend. It helps your reader read your writing.
The last letter is S for spelling. I know spelling can be hard and most of us don't do spelling tests anymore, so it's on you to try and use the resources around you. Oftentimes you'll have some sort of text that you're responding to, and a lot of the words you need are right there, or they might be right there in the question. So slow down and try your best for spelling. If you're able to, you can always look it up. There's so many great resources to double check your spelling, or to use Google Docs where you can check your spelling there. So just slow down, make sure the wordings make sense, and you're following those spelling patterns.
If you follow C.U.P.S to edit your work, I know it seems like it's adding a lot more to your plate, but if you've heard of that saying, go slow to go fast, or when you think of the tortoise and the hare, slowing down and double checking your work might take you a little bit more time, but it's probably going to save you time later for having to redo it and go back and change your work. It'll also produce better quality work, which you're capable of if you just give yourself that chance. So slow down and double check your work. Use those sources that you have. You can be a great writer. Just give it a chance.
Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully C.U.P.S helps you with your writing.